Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Jackson. With me I have
Luciana Otumbadi.
And you are watching GCTV television. Today on the program we'll be talking about something very interesting, something that can change your view and perception about the situation you are going through right now, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so on the program today, it's our own corporate social responsibility to let you know out there, talking about the COVID-19 pandemic affecting everyone right now. And in case you do not know, the COVID-19 is known as the coronavirus disease 2019, which is said to be among the 19 most deadliest diseases in the world discovered so far.
Since the beginning of the 20th and 21st century, the world has experienced many socioeconomic, political, and health crises. In fact, since 1914 to date, the world has been thrown into a heightened form of fear, leading to excessive panic.
That's true.
Therefore, with all this in our mind, I think we should be discussing about taking charge of your panic button.
Today, people are just like scared.
Yeah,
they hear this, you understand?
Even before the virus gets to them, they're all scared.
Man, and the fact still remains that this virus has created unnecessary panic. Do you understand? Both from the national level to international level. And you know, scientists and researchers and a whole lot of people out there, there's been discoveries that a pandemic occurs once in 100 years. And you know, whenever it happens like that, so many break down economy, into talking about human relations, talking about different kind of closures of borders and this and that. So it causes a breakdown in the social, political, and economic life of people. So right now we'll be talking about the facts and figures globally, internationally, talking about even our own country, Nigeria today. And we talk about how to take charge of your panic button in a pandemic situation, right?
Yes, of course. And also we're giving highlights.
Yes,
about the
facts,
cases,
the figures, development, recent updates. And apart from that, from the international scene, we'll talk about that.
Of course.
And coming to our own Nigeria. You know what? We'll be back after this break. Stay tuned and tune.
Okay, welcome back from the break. So now we're going to be talking about the highlights and updates based on the casualties that this COVID-19 has caused all over the world.
So, Luciana, today, what we're talking about, let's look at what we have for you today. There's been research work that chloroquine has been found to be, should I say, effective in the treatment of this. But we do not know how fully certified this is.
Yes, we don't know. But the thing is, the funny thing about it is that many people heard that chloroquine is like a treatment for coronavirus. A lot of people said taking.
There comes the panic buying of chloroquine.
And apart from that, the cases of those that are the chloroquine affected are more than those that have the coronavirus right now.
That's true.
So I don't understand. So what's the essence?
It's really, really pathetic because you find that everyone is like being panicky about this. You understand? Fine, the whole chloroquine has been talked about, and there's been production. Even in Nigeria here, we have NAFDAC approving the production of chloroquine for people out there. Now, everyone is rushing to get chloroquine when you don't have the virus.
It's only when you feel you have that symptom, you go to a test first before taking anything, not just waking up and just take anything.
It's really bad.
Of course, I'm very sure they say, maybe kerosene can cure coronavirus. A lot of people go and drink it. No, people are so scared.
All right.
They are scared of this coronavirus.
Let me let you know that the origin of this COVID-19 could be traced to the incidents that happened in Wuhan, China.
But up to date, we don't really know what caused that.
Yeah, we really do not know.
Some people say it's a biological weapon.
Yeah, but I still do not believe in all of those hearsay, this said, because there's no official reports of how it got spread. But we all know that the incident itself actually took place in Wuhan, and ever since then the city was quarantined, and before you know, from Wuhan it spread to other parts of the world. And Italy is said to be one of the most affected in this, and I know we'll talk about that figures soon. I don't want to talk about that now. And apart from that, it's the most affected in Europe.
Okay.
It has the highest number of deaths from medical workers.
All right.
And apart from that, it also has the highest number of deaths in Europe. Talking about Italy. Then after Italy, we have Spain.
Okay.
After Spain, we have countries such as the United Kingdom also. And, it's crazy because recently, as of yesterday, okay, I wouldn't use the word yesterday.
Okay.
We were given information that Prince Charles, talking about the Prince of Wales, age 71, is actually infected with the virus.
Wow.
But the miraculous thing is that his wife, talking about his wife, Camilla, that's talking about the Duchess of Cornwall, she did not have the virus. So she's negative to the virus while the husband is positive. But both of them, they've been working together from home in Scotland.
So what do you think, why do you think one of the partners should be negative and the other should be positive?
Yeah, maybe, Prince Charles has so many ceremonial activities to do when it comes
but
to...
he comes back home to meet the wife.
Well, I think I should give you Prince Charles' number to ask you.
Okay, I think based on that, we should also know that we should try to build up our immune system. It could also be because of that.
Yes. Maybe she had a good and strong immune system.
So
we are just ascertaining. We do not know precisely.
We do not know, but I think that is what we all should do.
I think we should just go straight to the facts and figures. Right?
Yeah, of course, we'll get back to that.
All right, so talking about the facts and figures, I have here. Okay, you have your system there.
Yes, okay.
I have mine written down too. Okay, now talk about the international aspect. Now, I'll give you the gist about the local aspect, starting from 23rd of
from
March.
23rd of March 2020. Right. I have from Al Jazeera report saying, according to Al Jazeera, 514 deaths in Spain, 2,696 cases, and that's really much.
It's much and crazy.
That's South Africa on a 21-day lockdown. Wow.
Yeah. That's a 3 weeks lockdown, and so many countries who are taking their steps. That they want to go on a
serious measures
lockdown
to make sure that everybody stay indoors, because I think that's actually the best method. I think we have that's as of 23rd. Please don't forget, we have over 392,000 cases globally. I just pray this disease doesn't wipe everybody.
Yeah, and as of 23rd, we have more than 34 African countries being affected when it comes to this COVID-19 disease in Africa right here.
Okay, and then as of that same 23rd, we have 6,077 deaths with 63,928 cases in Italy.
Okay, that's according to Al Jazeera report, right?
Yes.
Oh my
that's as of 23rd, okay?
Okay.
And then we also have 63 deaths with 5,560 cases in Netherlands.
Oh.
And we have 700.
I never believed it could ever get to Netherlands.
Well, of course, you've seen it. We went there, and it's penetrated.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yes, it's penetrated.
Yes.
Okay, so
of course, we have 767 total cases in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay.
Then that same 23rd, we have UK records 87 deaths in a day. A total of 422. Of course, it should have increased by now.
Yes.
And they also advise people should apply 2-meter rule in social distance.
Yeah, that's the 2-meter rule. Are we 2 meters? Okay, no, we're not in UK right now. We are not in UK. This is Nigeria. Anyways, let's talk about the CNN reports.
Okay.
Yes, as at the 23rd of March.
Okay. We have over 409,000 cases with 18,200 deaths globally. This is really increasing. Well, in the United States, over 50,000 with 646 deaths.
That was as at 23rd of March.
Here.
Okay.
And then we have 20 doctors died of virus in Italy.
20.
I think this is where we have to really pray.
I think there's still an increase, but this is basically giving analysis for 23rd day of March.
Yes.
And you also talk about the health workers, right?
Yeah, I think we need to put them in prayer, because I think these are the people that are going to be really affected.
Yes, in the UK, the number of volunteers they need now is about 250,000 volunteers. That's talking about 250,000 volunteers needed in the NHS, talking about the National Health Service in UK, because the virus is very, very strong. For you to get Prince Charles, who are you? Not by the way, okay.
We also have Egypt, South Africa, United Kingdom, Germany, and others in lockdown, of course, and Nigeria included, which I still doubt.
Nigeria is in partial lockdown.
They can't even say it's in lockdown right now.
Right.
We have the African Jazz legend Manu Dibango of Cameroon dies of coronavirus at age 86.
So pathetic that now it's in the virus.
Yes,
all right.
yes.
So apart from that, we have out of 14,000 ventilators needed in New York itself, we have only 400 being released to the mayor as at 23rd day of March. And apart from that, we have new cases in Italy ranging from 5,249 cases. Now they have nearly 70,000 cases and 743 deaths. All right, so we'll go for a short break. We'll be back. Welcome back from the break. It's time to give you updates when it comes to our own national issue. The updates about the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic happening right now in Nigeria. I know you've been giving international figures, but me, I'm going to give you national. Don't worry. All right, so let's go straight to, okay, I have this on my list talking about the national update. First of all, starting from the 23rd day of March, we had a report that the Bauchi state governor actually tested positive for coronavirus. And apart from that, we also had a report, a confirmed report, which is certified by the NCDC of the cases of coronavirus in Nigeria. The number of cases in Nigeria ranging from 4 to 6 now, it's 51 cases.
So,
it's crazy.
Well, you said it's crazy, but some people are saying it's actually more than that. That the government is trying to hide the figures because they don't want people to panic.
The fact there is that officially is the report that we have that it's 51 cases. So even if it's 1 million cases, which of course I know it shouldn't be 1 million or 1,000 cases, it's just 100. It's not even up to 100 yet. It's not up to 100.
We don't even know if it's 100 because research said most people that have this coronavirus don't even know they have it because it's not showing any symptoms.
Yeah, that's true.
They just keep working, meeting people, transferring it. So we don't actually even know. And
there's been about 1,800 people on the watch list right now in Nigeria that may have been suspected of having come in contact with those ones who have
who already have the coronavirus.
And right now we have it in Lagos, Nigeria, that the gathering should not be more than 25 people. All the way from 50, we have 25 now.
No, I saw a writer on Twitter. Somebody reported and said there's a wedding going on. Just because he wasn't allowed into the venue, you understand? He had to report and say there's a wedding going on and there's no
invite.
They didn't allow him to enter inside.
My brother, if you're not invited, no go.
Nabi.
Anyways, markets and shops has been closed down so far, except those that are offering essential services. And this is a directive by the Lagos State government and Lagos State governor who directed that all markets should be closed as long as you are not giving essential services such as food, right? Should I say clothes? No, I wouldn't put clothes as part of.
I think as of yesterday, I went somewhere. I saw a lot of people selling clothes and also I don't really think people are taking this thing serious.
It's effective from Thursday, talking about the 25th day of March. Is it 25th? 26th.
Yeah.
26th. Yeah, talking about Thursday. That's when the operation started by closing all markets. That there are no more. You don't sell. There are only specific locations where you can get all to those markets that you are looking for essential services such as your pharmaceuticals, such as your food. Food is very
important.
Exactly. So still on the details about the updates in Nigeria. It's also being given in Lagos State right now that passengers should not be more than 8 in a commercial bus, aka downfall.
Do you even think that is possible? It's not even possible.
Well, it's possible.
Most drivers are greedy. They will tell you, shift now, let somebody enter.
But right now,
for 2 seats.
But right now, I think there's a subconscious in people's mind now. There's a subconscious thinking now no more than 8 people in the bus, and it has been implemented at all bus parks and garage right now.
Everywhere.
Yeah, because they're not giving sanitizers to drivers and conductors. That once you want to enter a bus,
most of these drivers and conductors are still even thinking this is a joke. They don't even know that they're supposed to also protect themselves.
I think on that aspect,
and they're also greedy. They want to make more. They'll tell you to shift. They want more people to enter inside.
That's true. They need to sensitize.
So they need to really let them know that, okay, this is real. This is what you have to do.
Yeah. Another thing is the marketplace where people go to buy food today. You find it that there's this cluster when you're getting food. People are not being sensitized despite this virus, that you don't need to cluster to get food. You don't need to touch food items with your bare hands. And even those ones selling need to give them 1 meter or 1.5 meters apart.
Well, for me, I would say going to the marketplace like that, it's inevitable for me. I'll put it that way. So the best thing, come on, your face masks, you have your hand sanitizer with you, you have your glove, and please, once you get home, pull off the clothes you wore out.
Yeah.
Please, it is very, very important, because in the marketplace, it is inevitable.
And let me let you know that the coronavirus disease is not said to be an airborne disease, in case you do not know. It is a droplet disease. It is a disease that stays on the air for not more than, for not more than 30 minutes before it drops. Do you understand? So it's not an airborne disease. It's droplets. Now, this droplet comes up when probably you cough, probably when you're sneezing. It drops on any moist area, such as metals. Do you understand? So meaning that even the metals you touch today, someone might sneeze and it touches it, and then you just go touch it, you know. Oh, please, you have to be very careful. Now, apart from that, the chief of staff, talking about chief of staff to President Buhari, has tested positive to the virus. That's talking about Abba Kyari, and it has caused the lockdown in the Senate.
Apart from that, a lot of people are now saying they should test our president.
Yeah, and you know what? Our president has been tested. That's the truth, and he said he's negative.
And people don't believe that.
I don't know, but maybe if you say you're negative, fine, you're negative.
But the question should be, if he actually has coronavirus, would that be a bad news or a good news? Well, I'm not going to answer that question.
Anyways, it's been also advised that you need to safe distance yourself. Yes. That's try to practice safe distance. Don't worry, we'll come to that, giving you measures on how you can stop the spread of the coronavirus, right? And I still have on my own. You have from the international aspect now.
Son.
Atiku's son. Atiku Abubakar's son actually tests. He got tested and he was positive to the virus. Although his family members are not positive to the virus, they were tested and they were negative to the virus. So please, we need to desist from spreading false rumor. If you don't get an information and it's not certified, do not go and spread on social media, because I know so many reports were coming in. Atiku has gotten the virus. No, it is his son that has the virus, not even his wife. Please. All right, so we're still talking about these. There are 3 centers in Lagos.
Yes.
Talking about the Center for Disease Control in Lagos, and they carry out about 120 sample testing every day. Do you understand? For people that develop the symptoms. Do you understand? It's not like any small headache you say you have corona. No. You must have those symptoms.
Of course, most people these days, even when you're choking and you cough close to them, they'll look at you like...
And part of those symptoms involve the respiratory system being causing difficulty in breathing. Do you understand? Acute sneezing, coughing, pneumonia. You know, whenever you find... When you have those symptoms, you just need to go check out, and you need to go see a health expert, or you go straight.
Check yourself, or you can call the number.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Do we have the
number? Talking about that number also. I
saw a lot of people have been calling
the number. I think one even said she called, and the person was like, "Send me a WhatsApp message," and that's supposed to be an emergency number. Come on.
Okay, let me check it. I think I should have the number here. Yes, I'll be giving you the numbers that you can call. Talking about the Lagos Emergency Helpline, and the number, if you are in Nigeria, to call the Lagos Emergency Helpline, talking about Lagos Emergency, it is 080-231-69485. I'll take it again for emphasis purposes. 080-231-69485. 69485 or 080-528-17243. It's very important for you to know that these numbers belong. It's the Lagos emergency phone lines, right?
Yes.
All right. So you still have more G's for your international. That's talking about.
Okay. We're taking the report for 25th March 2020. That is World Health Organization records 375,000 cases globally. Oh, that's very much.
That one loud.
Then Italy, Spain, and France hit hard with 200,000.
200,000 cases.
Exactly.
Wow.
Then 7,000 deaths and 70,000 people with confirmed cases in Italy.
Yes.
I think
should I use the word over?
Over.
Because
I
now
think
it's over.
It's
yeah.
over 70.
It's over 70.
And over 40,000 with 3,400 deaths in Spain.
Yeah, Spain is said to be the second highest European country being hit hard by the virus, talking about the COVID-19 virus. And after that, I think we have UK also on that list right now.
Yes, UK.
We have Germany, Germany.
Yeah, Germany has over 32,000 cases.
Okay.
In Germany, then over 10,000 cases in Switzerland.
In Switzerland, yeah, I think that's where our money, when I say we've recovered our money, the looted funds from Switzerland, the Swiss accounts and everything. That's it. So 10,000 cases, over 10,000 cases in Switzerland, right?
And we have Austria records more than 5,000 cases. Then Libya records its first case.
Yeah.
That at 25th March 2020.
Wow. So that's for Libya in Africa right there.
Then let's come down to the CNN reports at 25th of March 2020. Over 424,000 cases with over 19,600 deaths worldwide.
Yes, and that's said to be over 40,000 cases and nearly 19,000 or added. You add it like over now.
Over, yes, it's over.
Remember that our sources for these facts and figures are from one of the top-notch media houses in the world, in Africa, in Lagos. We have Al Jazeera, we have CNN, we have BBC, we have TVC, we also have our own NTA. Do you understand? Yeah. And we have GISTCORNER television that you are watching right now. We are giving you legit figures, legit facts and figures from 23rd day of March down to this period of time, talking about the update, the weekly updates concerning this virus. All right, so
we still have on the 25th March 2020 in the US there are over 53,200 confirmed cases with over 709 deaths.
Yes, now, and you see one pathetic thing of the US right now, happening in the US right now, is that the president is saying we are giving beds, we are giving ventilators.
Yes.
But the mayors and the governors they keep saying that you are giving beds, but it's not the figures that you are talking out there that you are giving us.
Yes.
New York was complaining about 400 ventilators given, and out of how many thousands of ventilators that they need, only 400. And the governor Cuomo is saying that, why are you start giving us these? You can't compare these to these.
Yes, you can't.
So it's crazy right now because New York is said to be one of the hardest hit states in the United States. Yeah.
So we still have there the African jazz legend Manu Dibango dies of COVID-19 virus at age 86. May so rest in peace.
Yeah, that's true. I remember the jazz legend and he goes for his.
Okay, we have 51% of US population asked to stay at home.
Yes, and imagine the jobs being lost right now. I think about, is it 3 million or so jobs being lost right now in the US, and the tourism sector has been one of the most hit sector in the US right now that has been affected by the COVID-19 crisis. And apart from the health workers also, there's shortage of health workers right now and shortage of facilities for this.
Then you also have 1/3 of the world population affected by the virus lockdown.
Yes, 1/3 of the world's population has been affected by the virus worldwide. And when it comes to the lockdown, different countries right now are following the procedures of a lockdown, just like a wartime situation. And Germany calls that one of the highest crises they've ever, or pandemic they've ever faced since World War II. in Italy, they said that they've done all possible means with human ability that everything is now left to God. Do you understand? To take care of the situation. And apart from that,
I think God really has to show his face. He has to shine his face on his people then.
That's right. Apart from that, you find out that US is taking measure. They're taking it like a wartime situation. Yes. Imagine using the word shelter in place. Yeah. It's said to be a word, the terminology for wartime crisis. Do you understand? And the president of France is saying that this is war. So should I say that we are experiencing World War III? What do you? I don't know.
No,
everyone's talking about war. Yeah,
I don't think it is.
Yeah, when you talk about war or warfare, it's not. You might not have a full-blown war,
of course,
that involves biological weapons and everything, but you might have what they call a medical war. The world is experiencing a medical war that has caused breakdown in crisis in economy of the world, human relations so far. Yeah. And that's why we'll be examining all of these very soon. So we still have the facts and figures, right?
Yeah, I think we still have the case of the Prince Charles being affected, and then the wife, Camilla, is okay. Like I said about it, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, and Germany has the lowest rates of deaths.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did it. Just 159 deaths in Germany so far, but we do not know whether the case will stay increased.
Yeah, we don't know if it's.
I know the Germans are smart.
Okay, currently for 26th March, yes, we have over 480,000 cases with 21,500 deaths in the United States. Okay, no, that shouldn't be for the United States. That should be world.
Okay, for worldwide.
Yes.
Okay, take it again. Maybe you need to listen to this. That's talking about the 26th day of March, which is a Thursday.
We have 480,000 cases.
Okay.
Yes, and we have 21,500 deaths in the world. And then for United States, you have over 65,000 cases with 900 deaths.
Yes.
I thought it was 700 before, now it's 900.
All right.
This is really crazy.
Okay, so we'll go for a short break. We'll be back.
No, before that, I think I should say this. But in Nigeria, we have 5 new cases reported with a total number of 51 cases so far at the time of the report.
Okay, 51 cases in Nigeria as at this time of the report. We'll be back. You're welcome back to the show, and this is still GCTV Television, and I have the ever beautiful, ever gorgeous Luciana Otimbadichi Kodi.
Yes, I'm here with you.
Anyways, we've been talking about the various facts and figures around the world, talking about the updates of the coronavirus in different countries, starting from the 23rd day down to the 26th day for March 2020. And okay, I still have, a quick recap in case you do not know that in Lagos, in Nigeria especially, we have 51 cases, reported cases as at 26th day of March.
That is, I like the fact you said reported, because we still have a lot of cases.
Yes. So far we have about 51 cases, and out of 51 we have about 48 active cases.
Yes.
And we have 2 that has been discharged and 1 vet. So Nigeria has recorded 1 vet in the travels of the coronavirus, talking about the novel COVID-19 virus. So let's go straight to all these facts and figures being said. We need to examine what are the reasons for panic. Of course, all of these figures will cause that panic in people, hearing every day that the number is increasing day by day, and it's not stopped internationally. Even in our own country, Nigeria, it started from 1 person. Before we had 46, 2, 3, 4, down to 46 and more. Yeah, we do not know how many, because now we have about 1,800 on the watch list for people that must have been in contact with those who have the virus of the 51 cases being reported so far. So let's look at the reasons. The reasons that causes panic in people. Now, let me let you know something. From my research, from what we have gained and what I'm about to tell you, it's very important. You need to get your pen and have your paper so that you can put your pen to your paper and get this fact right now. Okay, now, what is one of the reasons that you feel brings or causes all of this? Let's examine it. Number 1 reason why people have panic, talking about the virus, is because of the high rate of casualties involved in this. Now let's discuss about that briefly. The casualties so far, from if you were someone listening or hearing about the figures, how would you feel?
I'm going to feel so scared to start with. I think most people are actually feeling like that right now. We are all scared, but at the same time, you shouldn't be so scared and go and do something that will hurt you at the end. Okay. I think you should be careful. You should be scared and be careful with what you do. Do you understand? And not be scared and be careless.
Yes, so be scared and be careful, not being scared and careless. Do you understand? So the number of casualties can make someone have panic. Another thing that can make someone have panic is the vast spread of the virus. Now, this creates panic in people. Do you understand?
Yeah, because I think it's kind of like it involves our everyday life.
Yes, that's
true.
Do you
understand? Oh, don't touch here, don't do this. It's something we are already used to. So that, that's what I think that they said, stay at home because it's better.
Yes.
Because this is our normal life that we live. We touch a lot of things. We come. In fact, for the guys, waiting, guy, how far?
And they just want to shake. And all of a sudden,
before you say one sentence, you've already
you just remember that there's a virus. Hey, how far? No,
it's our everyday life. So I'll say people are scared of the spread.
All right. Yeah.
I think it's.
Now let's look at another factor that causes panic in people. Another factor is the fear of food shortages or shortages as a whole. During this period of time when there is a pandemic, you find out that there are shortages in materials, food supplies, healthcare, medical. Do you understand? So this causes fear in people because when this virus keeps spreading, getting vast day by day, and you're realizing that there's shortage.
All these things are supposed to help you.
It's really bad.
Even the hospitals,
yes.
We don't have some workers actually run away. Of course, they're scared.
Another factor. Let's look at another factor now.
Okay.
Economic breakdown. The fear of economic breakdown, recession, inflation causes much panic. Yeah, it started because the world market has really dropped down so far. You understand? It has caused breakdown in economies. Do you understand? And people trying to do different kind of relief packages, such as the US trying to give money to people who are staying at home. Most people now are working at home, and apart from that, you find out that in US, I think about 3-point-something million people are now jobless. Do you understand? Are unemployed. So it's crazy. Another factor that causes casualties. That causes panic. I said casualties. Another factor that causes panic in people is the casualties and deaths that arises every day. Now, this is crazy. Do you understand? Because one, you find out that every day the casualties keep getting increased from hundreds to thousands. From thousands, we pray it do not go to millions, just like the Spanish influenza.
Yeah, but we always identified reasons. Let's discuss the factors that can actually be controlled to reduce panic in people.
That's right.
Now we have to be number one to be optimistic and realistic.
Yes, I just to talk about that.
Okay.
There's a word that says, in the darkness, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Do you understand? So someday, it's going to be all right. Do you understand? So we need to understand the fact that someday, all of this
everything is going to
will end. Do you understand? Because they said once in 100 years. Do you understand? So meaning that is everything that has a beginning has an end.
Just pray that this ones that you're actually saying does not actually spoil a whole lot of things that could actually last us for the next
true. And we need to be realistic. Yes. We need to be very, very, very realistic because most people do not believe that this virus is still existing. Most people do not believe.
Most people don't.
Yes, and there's been rumors that the virus, as a result of mutation, it's getting to a higher stage. But we do not know how true that is. Let's face our own COVID that we know.
I think that's the reason why I said it's better to build up your immune system.
Yes, you need to build up. We'll come to the measures. Don't worry. We'll still come to the measures.
Okay. Still, all the factors that can be controlled, we have anxiety and depression.
Yes.
So I think we should do well to control our anxiety and depression by not being worried unnecessarily.
That's true.
So we have to just face each day with its own badness, whatever.
Every day,
whatever casualty that
every badness at a time.
Let's just try and face it, and also let's try to adhere to medical instructions. That's why, see the reason for that chloroquine.
I think it's time for us to talk about the medical instructions now.
Because that chloroquine disaster that happened was something else.
In Nigeria.
It's very, very important for us to listen to the health
That's true. So let's go straight to the health practitioners. What are they saying? How can you curb this virus? How can you stop the spread of this virus? One of the factors is what we're doing right now. See our marks.
Okay, I think I have the mic.
Hello. Can you hear me? You put on your mask. Do you understand? You put on your facial mask.
Face mask.
And this is how it's done. This is how you wear your mask. This side signifies that you have the flu or you're not feeling too good and you don't want to infect others. You don't want to spread it. This is it. Now, this side shows that, the white side shows that you are okay, sound and healthy, but you don't want to get infected. Do you understand? You don't want to get infected with the virus. So when you want to wear your mask, rather than wearing like this is a wrong style of wearing. This is a right style of wearing. The white shows here, so you do like this. And your mask is one. Do you understand? It's very important. Okay. So this white side signifies you are okay. The other side, whether blue or green, signifies that you maybe have a flu. We are not saying you have the coronavirus, but you have a flu.
Jackson, sorry, I want to ask, are you wearing yours right? Are you supposed to put the blue?
Okay, this is right. It's right.
Sorry,
like this.
I meant, like, are you sure you don't have a flu? Maybe you should.
No. If you put like this, you have a flu. If you put like this, you have a flu. I know you're just whining me.
yeah, I'm just whining.
Anyways, back to what we're saying.
And then the use of your hand gloves.
Yeah, your hand gloves, very important.
Very important.
Your hand sanitizer, very important. Do you understand? When you go out, you take it along with you.
Anything, any object. So.
This is how, okay, they say we should not touch, so you do like this. You drop a few drops. You don't need to pack it much, because there's been cases that people's hands are getting burnt whenever they go on the gas because of the fact that they take excessive.
While you're at home, just try to keep your home clean. Try to keep your house clean, everything. But do not, especially the alcoholic based.
Yes.
Please do not apply. Thank you.
The alcoholic based sanitizer, whenever you use it, take just a bit like this, something like this. Are you seeing it? Very simple, short, precise. You rub it like this.
Yeah.
This is it. It goes in. You rub it to your back, to your fingers. Try to make sure that, do you understand? But when you take excessive of this and you're on your gas, it can explode.
Yes.
It can cause damage on your hands. So be careful. Excessive of this is not good, but make practical and judicial use of this. Very important. Now, another thing we should also observe is social distancing. This shouldn't be the time, and thanks to Lagos State Governor and Lagos State government and other states for taking measures on lockdown on all social activities in every state. Both weddings, both clubbing, both nightlife, everything has been cancelled. And in Lagos State right now, we have you must not be more than 25 in a gathering. Before it was 50, but now 25. And maybe it might drop further. There's possibility it's going to drop further. Markets are being closed right now because they tell you that there are no essential services. Only essential services are allowed to operate in Lagos.
Yeah.
So I think I like this measure. And apart from that, what else do you need to do? You need to clean your gates. You understand?
Yes.
The metals,
the door handles.
Your door handles. You need to make sure that you clean it properly because these are droplets, and once it drops on the metal, it can last up to 12 hours. Do you understand? And the moment somebody opens a gate or your door handle and another person comes, open the same door handle, and someone who is contaminated, who has the virus, touches that same door handles, it spreads like that. So it's very important for you to understand that you need to curtail or try to limit your movement.
Yeah, of course.
Do you understand?
Back to the stay at home,
right? Stay at home.
Also, I think more intake of water.
Yes. You need to take water.
It's to be able to flush whatever down to the tummy because the tummy secretes some other things that can help kill it. So it's very, very important. And also, we heard of a new natural way. Some people are saying the use of lemon and
lemon, ginger, garlic in hot water.
The hot water.
Yeah, the alkaline.
So please don't say hot water and take it at the hot
or warm water. Let's use it as warm water.
Yes. It spreads out. No people don't get burned your throats and
if you have your lime, if you have your all of these have alkaline in it, so it's very important for you. So make use of this. It cleanses, it kills the virus immediately. When I mean immediately, it kills it. Doesn't make it effective after that period of time. Now, what else are we looking at?
Let's go to the next.
Okay, boost your immune system.
Okay, yeah, okay. Let's
you boost your immune system. At this period of time, it's advisable you eat a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables.
Yeah, more intake of vitamin C.
Yes, before you've been doing it, but you need to do more now, this time around. And more intake doesn't mean you should abuse your vitamin C.
Yes.
No, take it moderately. And if you're to use chloroquine, maybe you must have observed the symptoms, but don't do self-medication.
Okay, sure. Please go for a test. Go meet your health
doctor. Yeah, and even if you're using your chloroquine, it should be prescribed by your physician. Very important. Very, very, very important. So, you're talking about another point?
Another factor, I think, that can be controlled is try to show kindness to other people. Try to elderly ones, because a lot of people are doing panic buying. Yes.
Talking about panic buying.
See one person going into a store to go get something, and then probably let me say tissue, and then I get to the counter, and then the last person just got everything.
Takes everything.
Come on, what's going to happen?
The panic buying is more. So
it's too much.
So it's crazy.
You have to really not try to be selfish.
Show consideration and
try
kindness.
To consider other people.
Yes.
You know, I think that's another thing I think we can control, so that people can also know how to take care of themselves.
Okay.
Another thing is you have to have faith and prayer. You know?
Yes, at this period of time, we need to be prayerful.
And prayer, I think we can be able to conquer.
The Italian Prime Minister was saying that he has done everything within human ability. That now he's having faith and trust in God. So this should be the time you should be closer to God. It should be the time you should get ever more stronger in your prayers. Pray for the world. Pray for your family. Pray for your community. And pray for even your enemies at this period of time. It's very important. Now, let's talk about the coronavirus. It's a large virus.
Okay. And
the diameter of the virus is about, according to research, is about 400 to 500 meters.
Okay.
For a bit. And it's tiny, though, that any mask can prevent entry into our body.
Oh.
Yes, so that's why it's important to have your mask with you.
Okay.
And you don't really need expensive masks. That's the truth.
Okay.
So apart from that, it is a virus that doesn't float into the air. It's not an airborne virus. It's rather a droplet-borne virus. Maybe from your nose, your mouth.
Yes.
I don't know. Is there any droplet from here?
No, there's not.
Okay. Now, when this virus gets attached to a metal surface, the virus can live for 12 good hours.
Okay.
Do you understand? So it's important for you to wash your hand with good soap and water. That's just the simplest aspect of it. And you can use your sanitizer. You can use your antibacterial soaps. It's very important for you out there.
Even inside your bathing water,
yes.
Dettol.
Yeah. Now, this virus itself, when it's attached to a clothes, because the virus could get attached to a clothes. So, it can live for 9 hours. The virus can live for 9 hours.
So that's advisable. Whenever you come back, just pull off and wash.
Yes, and in the case you cannot wash your clothes, dry it under the sun. It kills it immediately. Do you understand? Now, this virus, when it's attached to your hands, it can live for 10 minutes. Why you try to find out that this virus stays for 10 minutes and you do not know? You go stretch your hand someone or your clothes. You understand?
Yes.
So during this period of time, you need to take measures. It's very important for you. And let's look at another thing. When it's attached to your hand for that 10 minutes, it's very advisable. Where's the sanitizer? Okay, use your sanitizer. It's very, 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 very important. Alcoholic-based sanitizer is more advisable. Do you understand? Because it kills the virus. But this period of time, I think there's been a trend now. People are saying that if I can't get my sanitizer, I get alcohol and I drink it. Please, Biko.
They're not the same thing.
It's not the same thing. Drinking and putting it on the hand, they are two different things. Do you understand? No one is saying you shouldn't drink your alcohol, but because of the fact that they say alcohol cures it, doesn't mean you should go and buy a whole food vodka and drink a whole bottle. My brother, you will buy, please. Very important. You need to note this. No jokes, right?
Okay.
I think I'm making sense.
Yeah, you are, of course. Okay. I just pray to get that.
Okay. Now, it's important for you to gargle your mouth with warm water because it kills the virus around your pharynx, your esophagus, your pharynx area. Once you use warm water, probably you can use warm water and salt. It's important. Do you understand? Or you could put
I think
other.
it's not the time limit.
Yes.
Every
Yes.
20 minutes.
Every 20, 30 minutes. You understand? Or when you wake up in the morning. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Before you sleep. So all of these, once you take that, it's alkaline. Do you understand? When you take warm water with probably vinegar or other alkaline substance like lime and others, it kills the virus. It doesn't allow it to penetrate. Do you understand? So it doesn't even allow it to enter into the lungs once you take your alkaline. Do you understand? So it's important for you to understand at this period of time. I think with this being said, let's look at the factors that cannot be controlled. I know you've examined the factors that can be controlled, right? Okay, now let's look at the factors that cannot be controlled. I think I have it on my list right now. Yeah. Okay. I just have to be very, very precise about this. Okay, so let's look at the factors that cannot be controlled. Now, one of the factors that cannot be controlled is the number of recorded deaths. You cannot control the number of recorded deaths. So why are you panicking? You can't. Every day, the death toll increases. No matter the measures you take, you as a person individually, I'm talking to you right now, watching me or watching us, right? Yeah. You cannot control the level of or the number of deaths so far. Do you understand? Every day is increasing. You can't control that. So this factor cannot be controlled. Another thing is the number of casualties. The casualties keep rising day by day. And now we're talking about human casualties. Let's look at the labor casualties too. The labor casualties involve people that have lost jobs. In the US, we have about 3.2 million people that are unemployed right now as a result of this virus. Do you understand? Businesses have broken down.
A lot of companies, even their clients, when you call them to talk about business, they say, no, there's corona.
Yeah.
So let's wait till.
And I know that you're watching us right now, it's because of the fact that you're not in your office. That's why you have the time to watch us.
And this thing has really affected some business people. I think they're not making money right now, and some of them have families. So I think that's really bad.
That's true. So you cannot control the number of casualties. It's very important. Another point.
I think in order to control the level of casualties, I think the Lagos state government is actually doing something. Trying to use the stadium, the national stadium.
The national stadium. Talking about the national stadium, Oniko Stadium in Lagos. It's going to be used as an isolation center. Do you understand? And so far, there's been fumigations and everything going around the facilities. So it will be used as an isolation center. So I think thumbs up to Lagos State government, in as much as we have the highest number of cases of the coronavirus. They are doing proactive measures and they are also doing reactive measures to curb the situation. So top Lagos State government, nice one. You guys, nice one.
I think so far, Lagos is one of the people really doing things about it. Even Abuja, they don't really have,
Abuja, they want to come to Lagos. Do you understand? Because we have the facilities, but we are not saying you should come to Lagos. So please.
No, stay with your corona wherever you are, please.
Don't come down here. All right, so we'll go straight to the next one. The next factor that you cannot control, and that factor is the rapid spread of the disease. You cannot control that. So please calm down.
You can only control how it gets to you.
What did they say?
Or the one you're with.
Calm down. Do you understand? Calm down.
You can't control what happens to other people.
All right, now another thing is that you cannot control the breakdown of human relations. You cannot control that factor because right now countries are closing their borders against each other. Now my question is, once this pandemic is over,
what happens?
How will relations be like? International relations, for those of you that are in the field of international relations, how will communication be like? We're used to all the talking and shaking, but now no more. Before you know, one thing about human behavior is that once you get accustomed to something, it becomes a part of you. To change is going to be a problem. So now, once the pandemic is being settled, there's a vaccine out, how will people react socially when it comes to social interaction? So this is another factor.
For me, I think with time everything will come back.
Yeah, we pray so.
Even though I think everybody's going to be skeptical for a while, but it's going to come back.
Yes. So we do not know when this virus will expire. So it's very important for you to know that you cannot control that. Now, another thing we need to look at is the transformation of a pandemic into a higher form, especially this particular virus. we do not know when, or we do not know how the mutation is going to take place, because I think this virus
that's why
has mutation.
It's better to build up your immune system, so whatever happens, it doesn't get to you.
Yes, and people are giving another name for the mutation of this virus, something, but all of those are rumors. Let's just face the COVID that we know. Yeah, thank you. So,
okay, for me, I would say another question is, why is it so important for us to take charge of our panic button? It's very, very important. Number one, I would say the health benefits.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Why is it important for you to take charge of your panic button?
Because when you panic too much, when you have constant emotional turmoil from anxiety and depression,
high BP.
Yeah, it can lead to high BP, of course, definitely, and which is very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
So I think it's something that we should take.
It causes chronic depression that could make you start having suicidal thoughts in you.
Yes.
Already there's been reports in Europe that teenagers are scared of the virus, and most of them are committing suicide. So it's really, really bad. Please.
There is need for us to stay calm. And then we have the psychological issues.
Yes.
Okay, it's still based on the whole panic. And please, if you're the type that you have the constant panic, please take these tips from us, okay?
It's very important.
Stick to trustworthy sources. When you want to get any information about the coronavirus, please, you have to stick to a trustworthy source. Okay, we have another, which is limit how often you check for updates, because it can cause compulsive and counterproductive fueling anxiety in you. Then another, we have step away from the media if you start feeling overwhelmed.
That's true.
Do you understand?
And the psychological benefits.
Yeah. So also ask someone reliable to share important information with you. Don't just go and pick any other kind of information that could just make you over panic.
Yes.
And then also we have be careful about whatever you share.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching.
But before then, I think when you take charge of your panic button, it makes you better proactive. So remember, tough times never last, but tough people do. So this is how we come to a wrap on the show today, right?
Of course.
So I'll see you some other time. Okay. Okay, no more hugging. Anyways, you can just follow us on our Twitter handle. Follow me at J_Jackson07 on Facebook, Jonathan Jackson. On Instagram, I am J Jackson, JAY Jackson. Then
you can follow me on Instagram, HRM Queen Luciana. Also on Facebook, Chikodi Otumbadi. So it's nice meeting you all, and expect more of me and expect more updates from us.
And more of this link, you can go through www.GISTCORNER.com, because definitely we give you vibes. God bless you.
Bye.